Thank you very much. Thank you very much. And thank you very much. It's really nice to be here, and I love you too. Yeah. Good evening. It's really nice to be here finally. Yeah, it was a long flight. Thank you, Neeta, for getting me here. Thank you, Isha, for having me over here. And we were detained at the airport as always for an hour and a half, which was nice. Yeah, it always happens. It's nice. You know, whenever I start feeling too arrogant about myself, I always take a trip to America. Yeah, the immigration guys kick the star out of stardom. And but I have my small victories. You know, they always ask me how tall I am, and I always lie and get away. 5 feet 10 inches. Next time I'm going to be more adventurous. What color are you? I'm going to say white. Yeah, well, okay. So I'm supposed to be serious here because this is for students and kids. So first of all, let me just thank the faculty and students of the Yale University, fellows of Timothy Dwight College and the Chubb Fellowship, and Master Jeffrey Brenzel for being so kind. Thank you. Yale Office of International Affairs and the Yale South Asian Society. And of course, Isha, for dealing and following up with the most disorganized and incommunicative person in the world, which is me, to fix today's meeting with you all. I'm really, really happy, very humble, very honored, and thank you for having me over here. Okay, I have memories of, I've been here before. 5 years ago, I was here in Yale. I was doing the song. Some of the shots, you know, the ones at the graveyard, they were shot here. And no, I'm being honest here. And it was very cold. It was, I think, 5th or 6th of December. It was snowing here. And I remember I was doing a song from Kabhi Alvida Na Kehna in the middle, yeah. And I was trying to kiss Rani Mukherjee while mouthing the words. We do that in Bollywood for all the guys who don't know how it is. Yeah, we sing songs and we try to kiss girls at the same time. And I'm being honest, my mouth froze in the middle of Kabhi Alvida Na. Yeah, I had a lockjaw, yeah. So I'm hoping my second outing to Yale is a little better, because otherwise it just won't sound right if I was to get stuck on. I don't know what you guys call yourselves, Yale tides, Yalers? Yeah, that. But I hope I don't get stuck at yeah and go beyond that, eh? So I was told not to dwell too much on my movies when I spoke to you. I am to give you an inspirational talk, tell you stuff you can think about when you leave this room. Now that worries me, it gives me performance anxiety. About 1,500 of you here, hoping to hear words of wisdom from this sexy, desirable man who couldn't kiss a girl last time he was in Yale because it was too cold. But I want to tell you right in the beginning, I'm not that guy. I'm sexy and desirable, but I'm not about to leave you any more inspired than you were when you walked in here. And I did this lame joke on Google. Yes, I go to Google and search everything there. Even my next script I'm searching on Google now. And the joke was like this: a dying man gasping for breath desperately gestured to the priest by his side for a piece of paper. With great effort, he then wrote a few words on it, handed it to the priest, and passed away. The priest kept the paper in his pocket and forgot all about it until the final service. Here he suddenly recalled the dead man's last scribble. Unfolding the paper, he told the funeral congregation that he was about to read great words of inspiration from the dying man. He opened the paper. The piece of paper had these words on it: "You are standing on my oxygen tube, you fool." So I'm going to be kind of like that priest. Don't expect words of wisdom from me. I'm just going to tell you my life's journey in very simple words, and which may not leave you inspired, but will help you survive this life. And if you can do that, kids, if you can survive, happiness, creativity, and success will follow on its own. Only I hope my words will give you enough insight when you hear the story that I have to tell you, that you can tell the world, move over, you're standing on my oxygen tube, I need to breathe, yeah. So journeys can be defined by age and time, or even by destinations, as most often they are. But I feel it's hard for me to tell you the story of my life in those terms, because the concept of time has always eluded me. The day my father died seemed longer than my entire childhood. The day I felt my first success seemed fleetingly a hour long, not long enough perhaps. I wondered where it went. Even the cycle of time confounds me. I work the dark until sunrise on most days and fall asleep as the world awakens to light. My friends call me an owl. I like to think of myself as Batman, the Prince of Darkness. Some of you would know I have a superhero fetish, yeah, so I keep bringing this back. Age, age is not my forte either. I still cannot fix my own. Am I 45 or 15? If I could, would I be romancing girls 1/3 my age who normally would call me uncle? I had so much fun collecting the action figures of my last film called Ravan that none of the critical reviews tanking my film affected me at all. And as for my destination, I don't think I ever knew one. I walk, I run in the direction of my dreams. Things change along the way. People change, I change, the world changes, and even my dreams change. I don't have a place to arrive. I just keep doing what I know how to do the best that I can do it. I'll probably end up deluded, a geriatric, in a wheelchair, wearing a cape and tights, imagining my... So I'll tell a story, but I'll tell it in my own way, in the language of my perceptions, in the things I think matter beyond fame, success, and the dyeing of my grey hair. I have understood, and nothing else matters. If you take anything out of it, good. Otherwise, I've been told by the master, I can put on music and dance for you on Chamak Chalo. Okay, so first of all, yeah, we do that later. I know. You know, people call me to these serious places and then say, oh, forget everything.